Hello friends, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Mina, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you what I colored in July 2025. So let's start with Everyday Girls by Songbili, and I did this page. So I started with this page, I think in the beginning of March, and then I left it. But I was like, okay, let's just get this page over with. So I used a watercolor for the black parts and then for the background, and the rest was done with pencil. And I think this is my best work yet in this book. I am happy, especially with how the bow turned out. I used my deepest warm gray and black to achieve the shading on this part, and the rest, yes, was with pencil. I like how her skin tone looks, how the lips, the makeup around her eyes turned out, and yeah, it's a really nice page. It's probably my favorite for the month. So this is another page done in this book. Next, I worked in 30 Days of Creativity by Johanna Basford, and I did this page. So the images on both pages are the same, so I did them together, and I used colored pencil for the most part and gel pen for the black, shiny bits. So I used the black gel pen for the border, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. It feels very festive, very tropical, and that wasn't the plan, but this is how it came together, and I quite like it. I also got to use my neon pink for the first time. So in my coloring haul video, I spoke about adding this to my collection. So I'm happy I got to use that here. And then I did another page. Yeah, this one. So I have a YouTube Shorts video of this page on my channel. You can check, you can look at a summary of the process. And this is a page of like bathroom, shower, hygiene products. So for example, the perfume, toothbrush, and toothpaste, all that stuff. And what I did was, if I selected one color scheme for one item, and then I repeated it throughout the entire page because the items are arranged vertically, and it's very bright, it's very colorful, which I absolutely love. And yeah, the only problem with this page was it took so long. I mean, coloring tiny items for a very long time. When I finished, my wrist and my shoulder hurt so bad I had to, take a break from coloring for a while, but it was totally worth it because this page is absolutely beautiful. So that was all I did in 30 Days of Creativity. This book is really growing on me, so I can't wait to do more over here. And yeah, you'll definitely be seeing more pages from this book in the future. Next, I worked in Apple's coloring book, the premium edition, and I did this page. So this is the cover page. It's the same image. So I went with the reference because I don't know, this image is stuck in my head. I couldn't imagine doing it differently. And I honestly don't mind, like, copying from the reference, because to me it looks like I get a free, color along tutorial from the artist. And I mean, the illustrations are beautiful, the coloring is beautiful, so why not learn from the best? So yeah, I went with the reference, and this is how mine turned out. I only added a few like circular dots around the page, and I like it. I think it's lovely. It just reminds me of like Christmas or fall. I don't know if it's the color scheme, but yeah, I can't wait for the colder months because it is too hot at the moment. Yeah, so this is another page done in this book. And then I did another page from Tree Beauty. I really miss this book. I think I worked in the last time I worked in this book was about 2 or 3 months ago. Anyway, so this is the page I did, and in hindsight, I think I should have made like the trees a little like not too vibrant, because it feels like it's taken away from the main character, which is the guy. I don't know, but that's how I feel. So yeah, this is this page too, and another page done in this book. I also did a page from Comfy Days by Coco Wyo, and I did this page. So I have a video of the coloring process of this one. So if you haven't watched, please let's be on the same page. Let's catch up. Anyway, this is how this turned out. So this was for my coloring with one color challenge, and I used purples. And this was actually quite difficult because there's a lot going on this page, and about 3 or 4 colors were literally the same. Like this color, and this are supposed to be different, but they look very similar. So I had to, do certain patterns and doodles all around the page so that it's not the same. And I think for my second attempt at this one color challenge, it turned out quite well. So yeah, this is how this page came together. But this happened. I remember putting the white sheet, but I think I put it here instead of the spot. So this happened, and I don't know what I'm going to do here, but I guess that is a problem for future Mina, not my problem today. And this was the final book I worked in. So I started with this one. So I did this book belongs to page. So I wrote my name with a stencil, and that's the same stencil came with like these tiny doodles. So I did that on the page, and I colored this in. And then I also did this page. I think this page is lovely, but the coloring process wasn't too easy. I started and I couldn't see where it was going, so I had to leave it for some time. And then I came back to it, and eventually everything came together. So yeah, if you're coloring and sometimes you can't see the end from the beginning, you can always take a break, refresh, reset, and then come back to it. And I think it would all come together eventually. So I did this page, and then I also did this one. And this page, I have a YouTube Shorts video, so it's part of my Coco Wyo playlist. You could check that out as well. And for all the pages here, I used alcohol markers and pencil for shading and for some details, just to bring a little depth and dimension. I'm not sure about the blue and the browns, but anyway, what's done is done. And finally, I did this coral page. This page I absolutely love. I think it looks very colorful and bright. I like the red and the yellows and the purples and the very pastel, shells. So yeah, this is how this page also came together. And those were all the pages I colored in the month of July. Do let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Thank you so much for watching, for liking all your lovely comments. I really appreciate it. And until next time, have fun making art, coloring, and exploring your creativity. Bye bye.